Hello and welcome to an episode of Historically Marked. I am Jason in Cooperstown, New York, and just down the road on Main Street on the Baseball Hall of Fame is Doubleday Field, and it's right behind me. Of course, I'm right in front of the gate, but there are a couple of historical markers that talk about how this field was named after the supposed inventor of the game of baseball. And I'll tell you a lot about what's true and what's false and what may be or what not, but here we go. I will show you around and see if there's a game going on. Here we go. All right, I will take you up that way in just a second, but here is a historical marker that talks a little bit about Abner Doubleday. So Abner Graves reported to the Mills Commission, which was created in 1905 to determine baseball's origins, that Abner Doubleday invented the game in Cooperstown, likely in 1839. Despite the fact that Doubleday was at West Point at the time, Graves' story stuck. Beginning in 1919, the local Chamber of Commerce leased and then purchased a pasture to create a baseball diamond named for Doubleday. Village of Cooperstown residents voted to acquire the field in 1923, and improvements commenced. As the centennial of baseball's mythical invention approached, the current grandstand was added in time for the Cavalcade of Baseball on June 12, 1939. That same day, just down the street, the Hall of Fame's first inductees arrived at the new baseball museum. Although the Mills Commission was mistaken when it declared Cooperstown the birthplace of baseball, Cooperstown remains the hometown of our national pastime. So this is what it looked like in 1919 in Finney's pasture. And then here's the Hall of Fame getting constructed in 1939, and the Works Progress Administration provided labor. And then here's a photo of Abner Doubleday. And then the Cavalcade of Baseball marked the centennial of baseball's reported creation and brought 10,000 people to Doubleday Field to see baseball's greats play on teams led by Honus Wagner and Eddie Collins. And this was taken on June 12th, 1939, which today is June 12th of 2023, so it was, let's see, how many years ago today was it? Okay. And there's a plaque right here at the gates. Let's see what it says here. Dedicated to Major General Abner Doubleday, inventor of baseball. Yeah. Chosen by radio listeners to People's Rally as the outstanding figure in baseball's first 100 years. Presented by William G. Menon in 1939. Well, it's there. And it's been there for almost 100 years. Well, 90 years, I guess. But a little background on Abner Doubleday. He was born in Ballston Point in New York in 1919. So he would have been 20 years old or 19 years old when that supposed first game happened here in America. But he fought in the Spanish-American War, the American Civil War, as well as the French and Indian War. And his final resting place is in Arlington National Cemetery. And whenever I do make the trek back to that cemetery, I'll definitely try to find it. But oddly enough, I mean, he died in 1893, Abner Doubleday did. And during his lifetime, he never did hear the claim that he invented baseball. So I don't know, I mean, if maybe he did, maybe he didn't, but he never made that claim. So I don't know what his reaction would have been. Now, this is not a statue of him. This is this sculpture of a Sandlot kid. It was done by Victor Salvatore. Okay, pretty cool. And then here is the main entrance to the field. Doubleday Field, that is. And there are some plaques on here in honor of Stuart P. Taher, lifetime resident and two-term mayor of Cooperstown. And then on the right side, again, it says the birthplace of baseball, Doubleday Field, reconstructed by Works Progress Administration in Village of Cooperstown from 1938 to 1939. Something the corporate sponsor here. And I'm gonna see if I can go in. Here's some retro pictures on the side if you want to see them. From 1919 to 1933. And here's a list of here's a big all-star list of all the people who have played here. Joe Torre, Don Sutton, Ted Williams, Robin Yount, Stan Musial,
Eddie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson. Yep. 1934. And then I'm just going to kind of take a peek. All right, that is Doubleday Field behind the fence. Oh man, very nice. Definitely what a classic American ballpark is supposed to look like on the inside. And I'll take you a little bit over by the bleachers. All right, here are the bleachers. And it looks like they're doing some construction work. But here's another nice shot of the field from where I'm standing. Now we cannot go onto the field from here. Obviously it's locked. But oh well. And I'm going to take you around this way and show you something else. And if you're looking for public restrooms, there you go. And this was, now I was here 2 days ago and I uploaded a short on this channel where there was a game going on here, and there's not one of course today, and this was all open. I was standing like right there, but there's a few plaques here that talk about the sponsors and those who helped preserve this field. People like Ralph D. Locke and Thomas A. Yawley, who own the Red Sox. It says here the first base stands were a gift from Thomas A. Yawley. Okay, that's interesting to know. That was in 1960, and there's a historical marker about a guy named John Jackson, also known as Bud Fowler, but I will not be able to read that today. But yeah, on most days you can definitely catch a game here. But this opened in 1920, and it expanded 4 years later in 1924 as well as 1939. There is a capacity of 9,791 seats. And since 1943, the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame game was played on this field. In 2009, it was changed to the Baseball Hall of Fame Classic, and it is still being played today. And for a while, from 2010 to 2013, the Cooperstown Hawkeyes, which was a local baseball team, played here as well. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Historically Marked. I am Jason in front of the Doubleday Field entrance in Cooperstown, New York. Sign off.